take a look at this. This was posted by the White House. It is called Democrat Government Shutdown. It was posted literally hours after the Democrat shutdown. Take a look.
The party of open borders, transgender for everybody, lawlessness in our streets are shutting down the government in an effort to appease the radical left. These Democrats are coordinating their strategy with outside leftist groups and are demanding nearly $1.5 trillion in spending for an agenda that includes healthcare for illegal aliens and much, much more. Democrats for years have railed against government shutdowns, claiming a shutdown would mean much chaos and pain and needless heartache for the American people. Democrats are out of control, and you know who it hurts?
You, everyday people, and the most vulnerable, seniors, veterans, working families, hungry.
The fact that they would use a black woman in this fear propaganda against the Democrat and the left and creating this evil entity of the left is absurd to me, because we know they're not about DEI, but they're going to throw a black woman in this mix, in this evil video. The fact, I want to talk about the propaganda and the propagandization of this Democrat shutdown. When the shutdown happened, they had a press conference, and I think I can pull it up. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Pull it up here. Let me pull it up. Hopefully I can find it. I'm probably not going to be able to find it right now. But, there was a press conference, and the photo pissed me off. You know, maybe if I put that. I'm so mad. I had it. Oh, here it is. Here's the picture. Perfect. Okay, let's pull this up here. This picture is what had me pressed, because I was like, the fuck? So this picture had me pressed, because this was hours after they announced that the shutdown was ensuing because they couldn't meet a clean resolution for the bill. The fact that they had a podium already made for the characterization and labeling of the Democrat shutdown, with a poster board saying the Democrat shutdown, does that not give premeditated, like they were anticipating this to demonize the left as the issue? Like, is anyone else clocking that? The propaganda of the Democrat shutdown was already made prior to when the government shut down. Do you not see the dots connecting here? This was all premeditated by Donald Trump. And I want to make one thing very, very clear about this shutdown. Very, very clear. This isn't the Democrat shutdown. The Republicans have the power. They have the Senate, they have the House, they have Congress. That's what that makes up, Congress. And then they have the presidency. They are in power. So how can you blame a shutdown on entities that are not in power, that don't have the power? Please explain it to me. I want to make one thing very clear. This shutdown is not because of the Democrats. The Democrats aren't trying to give transgenders for everyone, like that video stated. The Democrats aren't trying to give illegal aliens health care. The Democrats aren't trying to have $1.5 trillion, as stated in that video, for unscrupulous ideas. No, it's not what's happening. First of all, transgenders for everyone isn't proper grammar. Like, what? Transgenders, or what are we, Oprah? Transgender for you, transgender for you. Crazy. Second of all, illegal aliens aren't eligible for Medicaid and Medicare and subsidies of that nature. And second of all, where did you get the $1.5 trillion? Because that's an exaggerated, exorbitant number for demands that weren't even created or proposed in the resolution bill. So it's just insane to me that they're propagandizing this Democrat shutdown. And I'm just like, you guys had this all planned before, because how did you get that podium? How did you get that poster board with that podium on it? Like, you knew this was happening. You were planning for it to happen. And you weren't going to budge on it because you already knew and had this plan of the Democrat shutdown to demonize the left. It's all premeditated. So I want to make another thing very clear. This isn't the Democrat shutdown. This is Trump's hissy fit. He wants to control the pharmaceutical drug industry and the healthcare industry. It's a $1 trillion industry. And what's crazy is I found an article, which I'll pull up in a second, but this is Trump's hissy fit, that if he cannot control healthcare and pharmaceutical drugs, he will not allow Americans to have their healthcare through Medicaid and Medicare. He will not allow you to access, benefits like SNAP and WIC, unless he can control and profit off of the pharmaceutical drug companies and healthcare industries. That is what this shutdown is about. It's not about the Democrats shutting down for transgenders for everyone. It's not about the Democrats shutting down for unscrupulous amount of money. It's not the Democrats shutting down because they want to give health care to millions of illegal immigrants when they're not even qualified to get that health care. No, it's about Donald Trump and his goonies shutting down American health care because they want control and they want to profit off of pharmaceutical drugs and health care. That's what this is about. And I'll prove it. So, look at this article here as I pull it up. Is this it? This one's it. Here we go. So look at the title. They want to say the Democrats are closing it because they need health unscrupulous and crazy demands for health care. But the truth is, Trump just announced that Trump RX website for pharmaceutical drugs after the Pfizer deal. I want to take a look at this Pfizer deal because it is insane. First of all, Pfizer is a drug company, and I don't know, Donald Trump has had so much to say about Pfizer in the news. Like, it was like, especially with the COVID stuff, but now he's looking to buy Pfizer, a company he dismissed and disparaged throughout his politician career. That's the first red flag. The second red flag about this is that basically what this is explaining is that Trump is going to be his own insurance company and it's going to be run through the government. So he strong-armed Pfizer into this deal. He said, I will relieve you of the tariffs that we could place on you for importing drugs to the United States. But only if you, when you bring your drugs into the United States, you cap them at a minimum amount, and then Trump, in Trump RX, the insurance scam that will be presented to the United States, will then have the ability to up the cost of those drugs and then reap and pocket the profits to line his own pockets. The conflict of interest is super there. It's wide in your face. And it's like, why does our president get to profit off of pharmaceutical drug prices when he's saying that he's going to lower them? But this margin of the net actual process, the actual net cost of the drug coming into the United States, and then the gross amount that he could charge, it gives him a way too much power to then charge for medicine. He's saying that this is a great way for the American people to have a low cost for medicine, But is it really a great way when our president can dictate the actual amount is being charged? It's not. It's giving a loophole, saying, yeah, we're getting these drugs for the pricing that we need them for our constituents, for our citizens, for Americans. But then if they want to say inflation is causing a rise in it, they can. It's not sustainable. It's not ethical for a president to be in this position where he's literally having the ability to have his own insurance scheme and charge to the roof and pocket for pharmaceutical drugs that people need. And this is why the government is shut down. It's not because of the Democrats. It's because Trump is throwing a hissy fit that he wants to increase prices for health care. He wants that, so that way he can pocket the difference and line his pockets with pharmaceutical corrupt drug money. That's what's going on. Yeah. That's what I came to as a... Because it was all a little too weird for me seeing the whole propaganda of the Democrat shutdown and them forcing healthcare down our throats, that was the reason that this House resolution bill was not being passed. And it was the Democrats' fault because they want to support transgenders and illegal immigrants. When someone's pointing a finger, there's 3 pointing it back at them. That means there's 3 times more guilt at them than there is to you. So this is why our government is shutting down. It's Trump's hissy fit because he wants to control the pharmaceutical drug market and line his pockets. It's not because the Democrats want to give transgenders to everyone and illegal immigrants health care they're not even qualified to get. Straight up lies from the Republican Party, straight up lies from literally Trump, the President of the United States, and J.D. Vance, the Vice President of the United States, lying to your face through a camera. And this is where I say why I'm getting so frustrated in this world, because it's like facts don't matter. Facts don't matter. And people's perceptions and people's propaganda, especially this administration's propaganda, is the only thing that matters to their base. And it's scary to think that the base of MAGA is just robots now.